Okay, thank you so much for viewing my channel once again. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Like my video, comment, and share this video to your friends, family, and other prospective WAEC and NECO candidates. Those who want to sit for these promotional exams, please do me well by sharing this video with them because it's going to do them lots of good. Then today, based on my previous topic that I treated, 8 rules for summary writing, I promise to treat another topic which is summarizing in specified number of sentences or sentences, anyone, but the correct one is sentences. All right, now I would like to mention that I will use one stone to kill two birds because I'm supposed to make another video on how to identify topic sentence or topic sentences in a passage, and as well as how to give a passage, a topic, though WAEC don't normally ask this question. A question like give the passage a title and how to identify a topic sentence. WAEC don't often ask such question. What WAEC normally asks or NECO is how to summarize. They will say maybe in 2 sentences, one for each. Summarize the above passage. Sometimes maybe in 6 sentences, one for each. So this is how the equation used to come in a summary passage or summary section. But it is key for a student of English to know how to identify a topic sentence, because if you can identify a topic sentence, it will enable you to know how to summarize a passage and as well to understand the passage. Number two, how to give a passage a title. If you can give a passage a suitable title, it means you have understood such passage. So in this teaching, in this video, I am going to treat these 3 things together at the same time. So let's go there without wasting much time. Now, summarizing in specified number of sentences. We are going to read this passage that from here to here. All right. We are going to read this passage. Once we finish reading this passage, we are going to use this passage to learn how to summarize in a specified number of sentences. Number two, how to identify a topic sentence. Number three, and how to give a passage a title. Now let us read. So read the following passage. Impure water can be purified in several ways. The simple way is by filtering. Large quantities of water can be filtered using a clean white sheet of cloth folded several times. Another way is to prepare a simple filter bed. This kind of bed helps to remove solid particles from water. To make water safer for drinking, chemicals are added to kill harmful microorganisms. An example is chlorine. The best way to get pure water is by distillation. This involves boiling the water. The steam produced is condensed by cooling to form pure water. Normally, in WAEC or NECO, you are advised to read this passage or a passage that will be given to you at least 3 times. If you read it first one, maybe very fast. Second one, you calm down and read it. Third one, you read it again before you start answering the questions. Please take note of this. You need to read it at least minimum of 2 times, but advisably 3 times. So once you read a passage like that, you will understand it. But because of time factor, I don't want this video to take long. That is why I read it once. Now, let us look at the question. The question says, in 3 sentences, one for each, state the ways impure water can be purified. The first thing we need to note is that we have read a passage about how water can be purified. How a water that is not pure, which is called impure water, can be purified. Now, number 2 is, I said, give the passage a title. We are going to look at how can we give it a title. Number 3, identify the key or topic sentence of the passage. We are going to look at how to identify the key sentence or topic sentence of this passage. Now, let's quickly go there to question 1. This is the answer, and I will explain further. Remember in my last video, I said lastly there in the 8 rules, rule number 8, I said a summary sentence must begin with a capital letter and end with what? A full stop, or what is called period. There is another thing, there is difference between a sentence and a phrase. Some people used to put down phrase. Maybe from reading this passage, impure water can be purified in several ways. The simple way is by filtering. So if they ask in 2 sentences or 3 sentences, itemize or list or mention how an impure water can be purified. Some people will just quickly go by they will say by filtering. If you look at, let's say you just write only by filtering. By filtering is a phrase, it's not a sentence. Please take note. Some of you will just go by, say by filtering only, you will not add any other thing. This is a phrase. If you say by filtering what? What are you filtering? Is it by filtering water or oil or any other thing? So this is a phrase. But you can do yourself good by, when you want to answer the question, you underline your key point. For example, this is a key point by filtering. Another one, large quantities of water can be filtered using a clean white sheet of cloth folded several times. This is just process, how to do it. You say another way is to prepare a simple filtered bed. This kind of bed helps to remove particles from water. To make water safer for drinking, chemicals are added. So another one is by chemical. We filter drinking water by adding chemical. All these things you are seeing here, let's say I've gotten my number 1 answer, my number 2 answer. Are you following? Then how do I get my number 3 answer? I say the best way to get pure water is by distillation. So another answer of mine is by distillation. By distillation. He said this involves boiling the water. The steam produced is condensed by cooling to form pure water. So if you look at these are just details. Remember in my former previous video where I defined what summary is, 8 rules of summary writing, I mentioned you don't need to add examples, no inclusion of analogy. There are about 8 of them, no linking words and so on. So this one is analogy. You say this involves boiling the water, you are analyzing how. But the key thing, how do you get a pure water, is by what? Distillation. So I have gotten my 3 answers. They said in 3 sentences. So number 1 is by filtering, number 2 by adding chemical, number 3 by distillation. So I'm going to turn these three things, or these three words, or these 3 points into sentence or sentences. The key thing is, a sentence is a group of words that start with a capital letter that have subject, verb, and object, or group of words that have subject and as well make sense, convey complete meaning. So there are many definitions to a sentence. Once your sentence convey complete meaning and it starts with a capital letter, you have your answer. You can number your summary answer by 1, 2, 3, by using Roman figure, by using ABCD, or by using symbols. Maybe you can just put an arrow like this. This serves as 1, maybe 2, 3. So if you list your sentences at the front like this, as far as they begin with a capital letter and end with a full stop or period, you have your answer. So now, since I have gotten my 3 points, which is how an impure water can be made pure. So all these things you see up here, the simple way is by filtering. Now they now give you examples, analogy, further explanation, how you can do the filtering. They say, how can you do this filtering? He said, large quantities of water can be filtered by what? You use white sheet of cloth. So white sheet of cloth, or using white sheet of cloth, is not a way of getting impure water, but it's a process. But that process is called what? Filtering. The process is called filtering. But before this filtering contains using a white sheet of cloth. He said this white sheet of cloth, you will fold this several times. So if you want to filter, you use white sheet of cloth, you fold this several times. But how do you get an impure water? How do you get pure water from an impure water? Is what? Filtering. Another way is to prepare a simple filter bed. This kind of bed helps to remove solid particles from water. So you prepare filter bed. That filter bed, maybe you tie the white cloth or another form of cloth or a net. So that is, but I didn't mention net. They only mention in this passage white cloth. Then another way is to make water safe for drinking is chemicals are added, or chemicals are added to kill harmful microorganisms. That means if you cannot use a filter bed, or you cannot use white sheet of cloth in folding it several times, then leave the water and add what? Chemicals. And they now gave example of such chemical. They say it's chlorine. When you drop it, that means it's not anyhow chemical. You need to use chlorine. And I said the best way to get pure water is by distillation. They are mentioned. First one is by filtering. Second one is by adding chemical. Third one is by distillation. And in this third one, they say is the best. Is what? The best. So that means you are not only answering questions in WAEC to pass exam, they are also teaching you how to stay safe. Peradventure, you get to a place where safe water are not available. You can filter your water and still stay healthy and alive for us and for your people. You are using or through any of these methods. Now, how do you process or use this distillation? Is what? He said this involves boiling the water. The steam produced is condensed by cooling to form pure water. So these are 3 ways. Number 1, by filtering. Number 2, by adding chemicals. Number 3, through distillation. How do you get this distillation? With example, analogy, or illustration is what? By boiling the water. So this is my answer here to question 1, which says, in 3 sentences, 1 for each, state the ways impure water can be purified. So number 1, impure water can be purified by filtration. If you don't want to say filtration, you can say by filtering. is still the same. This is my capital letter I. Some of you used to make it like this. It's also allowed. But me, actually, I don't like writing my letter I in this way. So, impure water can be purified by filtration. You can say by filtering is correct. Number two, chemicals can be used to purify an impure water. You can as well write it by saying impure water can be made purified, can be purified by adding chemicals. But if you now say example, chloride, you fail it. You see, this is what is called sentence because it starts with capital letter and end with a full stop. Number two, the sentence is what? Convey complete meaning. Because you understood by reading this that by adding chemicals, you can purify your water. You can write it like that. By adding chemicals, impure water can be made pure. You have your answer. Number three, an impure water can be purified through distillation. So there is something I want you to take into cognizance or into knowledge or into your concept is you don't need to be repeating words. I try to change. I can just be using impure water can be purified by distillation. Impure water can be purified by adding chemical. Impure water can be purified through distillation. You see, all these places will be impure water, impure water, impure water. It's not good. The examiner, those who want to mark your paper, can fail you. So try to change the sentences to look unique. That this is where creativity comes in. You can see in this first one, I say impure water can be purified by filtration. I didn't start with impure water again. I say chemicals can be used to purify an impure water. This one, and I say an impure water. You see, there are differences. So this is how you answer. And once they say in 3 sentences, please don't answer in 4 sentences. Don't give 8 sentences. If you give 2 sentences, it means you are going to lose mark. But if you make it 4, even if all the 4 are correct, they can cancel all because there will be repetition. The simple thing is, their request for 3 sentences, give them 3 sentences. If your request for 4, give them 4. Don't give less than or above. So that is why you should take it to cognizance. Then, why I don't normally ask this for these 2 questions, but I'm the one, I don't want to create different videos. Please, do not forget to subscribe. And if you need my help, comment below, say, English Master, help me. I will comment, I will ask you questions and ask you what areas that you needed direction or help. Please comment below, say English Master help me, and don't forget to subscribe and comment and like my video as well as share my videos. Please, this is the best thing you can do for me. So lastly, or second to the last, which number 2 say give the passage title. I produce or provided 2 titles, which I believe one will still be better, but it depends on you. I can give up to 5 titles to this thing. So I say number 1, how to purify an impure water. How to purify an impure water. Number 2, or secondly, purification of impure water. We are still saying the same thing. So these are suitable titles for this passage. Then question number 3, identify the key sentence or topic sentence of the passage. This is it, but I want to underline it here, which is this, and I will explain. Sentence 1. When it comes to identification of a topic sentence or a key sentence in a passage, mark this thing I want to say. Often, that means always or frequently. Topic sentence usually comes as a first sentence of a passage. but not always. But let's say WAEC, NECO, or in English textbooks, you are reading a passage. Let's say you read 10 passages. I am sure and certain that 8 passages, the topic sentence will be the first sentence of that passage. So this is, will I call it tricks of identification of a topic sentence. But let's say out of 10 passages, maybe one or two, the topic sentence may be in the middle or after the first sentence in a paragraph, but it's rare. In rare occasion, will you find it in that way. So when it concerns identification of topic sentence, your topic sentence, like in this one now, impure water can be purified in several ways. This is our topic sentence, and that is what I have stated in this place. So there is no, because what are those ways that an impure water can be made pure? Number one, by filtering. Number two, by adding chemicals. Number three, by distillation or through distillation. So these are ways by which impure water can be made pure, and this is a way of identifying your topic sentence. Topic sentence is usually or are usually topic sentences. That means in several passages usually come at what? First what? Line of a passage. But in some occasion, rare occasion, you will find it in another portion or place within a passage. And secondly, you have seen how we can give a suitable title to a passage and how to identify our topic sentence. So thank you for viewing my channel today. I still remain the English master. Please comment and subscribe to my channel and share the link to this channel. And whenever you request for my help, please wait patiently. I will respond. And when I respond, please reply me back so that I will know what to do for you. Thank you so much and see you in my next video. Bye.